You know, I understand the perception. Okay, first, let me say this to get it out of the way. We're not always going to agree. It's going to be sometimes you're going to say, yeah, this dude know what the fuck he talking about. There's going to be other times you're going to be like, yo, this motherfucker's a fucking dickhead. And that's what it's about. You know, is you being entitled to your opinion and me being entitled to mine. However, my job, no matter what, is to give you the boxing news. So a lot of people was wondering yesterday where that video came from and if TstreeT is a hater. To be a hater, that means that you are upset or you have some envy or jealousy of another person's accomplishments. I don't give a shit about them motherfuckers. It's just that I've always been the type of person on YouTube and off of YouTube. But come on. For those who don't know, I've been doing this shit for damn near 8 years. I've had breaks in between, but still, nonetheless, I did my first video in November of 2010 ever on YouTube. 75,000 right off the bat. This is my second channel. First channel, when I left, we had 28,000 subscribers. I left back in July of 2014. Started this channel, started a website, built this website. By the way, go check out our rankings. I'm fixing the interface so it looks better on mobile. But right now, the rankings for the WBO, WBC, WBA, and IBF are updated monthly. But I try to do my best, even though I can't fuck around with the rankings, I do my best to make sure the champions and the mandatories are updated every week. Even with our schedule. Make sure I update it every week. If you want to, my YouTube videos are here. I got to refresh it, but they're here. Right now we're making sure we get out pre-fight and post-fight articles first, and then we're going to really start focusing on individual stories. So you know how the saying goes, you got to crawl before you walk, right? My Instagram is in litigation. Long story, but you know what? Ever since they took my Instagram, I really haven't gave a fuck. Like, I'm like, wow, like I feel like free a little bit. But to move on to what I was talking about, I feel that right now, boxing coverage on YouTube, when it comes to commentary on YouTube, what I do, commentary on YouTube, is dirty and it's perverse. It's a dirty ass business. It's like it's worse than the Wild Wild West. And right now, understand that the writers, the ones who get the real respect in boxing, they're not doing as well as they used to be doing in this digital marketing age. Remember, and social media. Remember, magazines are dying. Magazines are, on their way to being obsolete. I'm surprised Bob Arum said something he said a couple of weeks ago in an interview where he, old people usually, no disrespect, but old people are usually, slow to change. But he was talking about how streaming is the future and how radio, people were like, oh, radio ain't going nowhere. Radio hasn't gone anywhere, but they might really listen to the motherfucking radio. You don't go to the radio to listen to a motherfucking fight. Unless you're the hearing impaired. I mean, the vision impaired, God, no disrespect. But YouTube and video marketing and digital marketing of these events is taking over hell. For crying out loud, they're streaming now. So it really brings my piss to a boil, right? When you have these so-called well-respected YouTubers that have these large followings, that they don't respect it, they don't cover the sport. But hey, listen, I'm not Jesus. I can't pass judgment on people, but however, since I'm on this platform, I can talk shit about whoever I want. And if you don't like it, then come back at me. But in regards to being a hater, I do not. Okay, before I say what I was about to say, let's talk about the top boxing channels on YouTube, right? Let's differentiate between the commentators like me. Well, more so, we're trying to be like that hybrid here at TstreeT Controversy Live and Fight View 360, where you get my commentary, but also for credibility and to get more exposure to the fighters. We want to have a big enough fighter platform when the fighters come on our platform and know that they're talking to someone educated on the matters of the sport, politics, who can fight who can't. You may have saw an interview that Jamal Charlo did when he was asked a question about Errol Spence versus Demetrius Andrade. I would never ask no shit like that. No disrespect to the reporter, but it's shit like that that's just like, yo, you're not going to have that on my platform. But what I'm saying is the perception is that I think I'm this almighty guy. And, even the women in my life think the same thing. And it's like, hello, I'm a fucking recluse. You won't catch not one photo of me with a boxer. If I'm at an event, I make sure I'm in the back. I'm not really like who y'all think I am. I've been through way too much shit to be walking around to think I'm entitled to some shit. Let's not forget I almost lost my life in the most horrifying 3 weeks of my life in whatever fucking world I was in, teetering between life and death. Shit was whack. I was pissed. So I take what I do very, very seriously. And right now, we are finally at a point where I'm consistent and I'm healthy to live out the dream that I had 5 years ago. I didn't really want to, have a website and all that type of stuff because I knew that if I focused on my videos, I would be #1, period. This stuff, here, I'll show you. You know how long it took me to learn how to fucking do all this shit right here with all this shit? It took, people were like, man, TstreeT, you're not doing no videos, man. You fell off. And I'm like, everybody be cool. I'm working on something that y'all gonna be like, yo. I was like, I'm working on something. Now, we can show highlights of fights. Only YouTube channel on my level that's doing that. And I don't think the other YouTube channels want to deal with the hassle of the 2+ year of copyright strikes and getting my channel shut down multiple times, by the way, to get to this point. Now, what I'm doing is nothing illegal. For example, I told y'all, I guess it's like you kind of have to pay your dues because if you're a new channel and you try to do what I'm doing, they're going to fucking get your motherfucking ass. I had to get an attorney, an intellectual properties right attorney. And he just was like, listen, they should be happy you doing the fucking shit you doing, especially with some of the trash ass fights you have to watch. Because I told him, this was recently, the last time I spoke to him, I was like, yeah, I got to cover this fight. So I got to get off the phone. I forgot what it was. It was Jack Ketterer versus Zahara Davies. And I think it was like 4. Anyway, long story short, he was like, man, if you watching these type of fights, and this was a couple of days later, he's like, if you watching these type of fights, because I try to hype up okay, I'll be honest with you. I do be hyping up bullshit ass fights. But I be hype, and I be trying to get other people to be hype and be as happy as I am to be covering these fights. And then when I tell people to watch a fight, or, they may say, oh, yeah, I got the motherfucking ESPN app because I watch college football and shit, and my homies, we got the pool at work or some shit. And I say, oh, yeah, well, check out the motherfucking fight. And they go watch some shit like that. They be pissed. They be like, yo, bro, boxing is dying. I'm like, what the fuck, O'Hara Davies? What the fuck? Let your hands go. I'm probably confusing the whole story, but to get back to the point of what I was saying. Yo, I've learned that, they be hoes. Like, and it's like it's literally, somebody said it in a comment. It's like a cult. Like where they say like bullshit stuff and they don't research and they really be believing it. Like the masses. But I'm going to go ahead and tell you, black people always been like that. You can tell. I know I've had plenty of people in my family and friends and you know, growing up and everything, that they believe every single thing they're told from the news. They won't say, they'll be like, but the news said it. You saying they lied? You know? For some reason, and this is not just in boxing, this is widespread, where you have a lot of black people who don't want to research for themselves. The sport of boxing is big. It's not just in the United States. It's not just Canelo. It's not just the Charlos. It's not just Wilder. It's not just Anthony Joshua. Anthony Yiggett, can you dig it? Got his eye fucked up in the World Boxing Super Series, but nobody was talking about the World Boxing Super Series before, and the reason why they were talking about it after that fight is, guess what? Because his eye got fucked up. Not because of the sport. Because, ooh, a headline, bam. Let me get some fucking Patreon and Super Chats. Now, I'm not trying to be no crusader and everything like that, but I'm just saying, like, yo, like, this is the type of shit where I be thinking, like, man, like, I really despise, like, doing Wilder versus Joshua videos or Wilder versus Fury videos because of all the misinformation. And then when people say, TstreeT, you're just in the motherfucking LDBC. And then others say, oh, TstreeT, you're in Eddie Hearn's pocket. What the fuck is it? Which one is it? Why? It's because you're not used to people telling you the truth. I tell you, everything I talk about in my videos, you can go look up for yourself. I'm very happy in life. I don't need to do this on YouTube. I am doing this because I made a promise and I don't like quitting that shit. I get a little bit of a obsession with like research and stuff. 3 years ago, I wouldn't have been able to tell you that I know how to build websites. Maybe not the best, you know, websites, but all this shit, all the way down to this shit being here and this shit and this stuff down here, all this coding and all this shit. I'm gonna show you. Where's it at? Right here. I built all this shit for you because people said, TstreeT, you'll never get to an event. You'll never get to the boxers. You'll never be with real media. Well, guess what? What the fuck? I went through all of the. I had to go on Google. I'm talking about. It took me probably like 8 hours to learn what each and every one of these motherfuckers meant. Probably longer. It's one of the reasons why I got burnt out and my immune system was compromised, and I ended up getting the flu shot, catching the flu, getting pneumonia, and I already had chronic asthma. Damn near killed me. Just 3 years ago, we were homeless. Y'all wouldn't have known because I was still getting my shit done. Went $18,000 in back rent with my landlord. Cable was getting ready to get cut off, but I said, you know what? I'm not going to fucking stream fights. Still kept paying my fucking high-ass fucking, let me get away from here. My high-ass fucking Comcast and internet bill. Still was putting out videos, going to events, barely with any money in my pocket, while me and my pop had hundreds of thousands of dollars tied up in the courts. Open criminal case. Crazy ass shit going on, but we still covered boxing. You know why? I cover boxing the way I do, and I don't, you know, be talking about no fucking bullshit or making shit up. It's because I've been through way too much shit to be coming on a fucking social media platform, internet, and try to be fucking famous. I don't want to be famous. I like doing what I do here. I don't even like going to fight. I don't like going to fights. I know I have to because it's for credibility purposes. But I'll tell you this. We are not going to give up on Wilder versus Fury, Canelo versus Felding. Well, we're not going to have no problems with Loma versus Pedraza or the Charlo fight, December the 22nd. But we're going to make sure that my team works hard. I don't even like saying team. We're colleagues because truth be told, I'm here. They're out. They're going to be out there. Rob over in LA is the fucking man. I feel bad, like when he goes to fill out for credentials after he's going to these press conferences and to these media workouts. He goes to fill out for credentials and he gets denied. We don't be going to these events to fuck around. But nonetheless, you have the people who do get into events, right? That they'll do one pre-fight article, one post-fight article, and then bam, they're in the event because they know the people to know. That's the boxing media shit right there. That's boxing media for you. Then you have the channels at the top who think that they're going to try to restrict the lower channels in front of them. Like Fight Hub don't think I don't know what they be doing. I'm another maybe about 2 years or so behind them. We're about to start accelerating quick. Already we're gaining 2,500 subs a month in 3 months. The last 3 months. Now, that may not seem like a lot, but for me to be motherfucking off for basically 4 or 5 months, working my ass off to get back to do videos because I couldn't walk for a while. I couldn't even sit. Like, I had all this crazy nerve shit going on in my legs. Then all the drugs and medications I had to be weaned off. But nonetheless, we here now. So it's like this. If I ever be on some nut-ass bullshit, for all you crusaders out there that want to be taken up for motherfucking Boxing Ego, Dante's Box Nation, ESN, Fight Hub, Fight Hype, motherfucking barbershop conversations, then listen. Come at me. What you got? Until then, step y'all game up. Motherfuckers posting shit with motherfucking wrong titles. Motherfuckers, no, don't get me wrong. I'll say this. We all make mistakes. Me, don't get it twisted. I do my videos live and uncut. This shit, look, I'm right here. I get on here and I do these videos live and uncut. One take sometimes. Unless some shit fuck up with a video freeze, then I'd be pissed. And I gotta fucking hit cancel video and then like, damn, fuck. Hit this motherfucking video again. You know, but I'd be pissed. But for the most part, my shit be one take. So, of course, we're going to make some mistakes. But I always make sure I come on here and say, yeah, my last video, some shit, I said some shit, but I found out some shit. That shit wasn't right. That shit not like that. Motherfuckers be like, oh, yeah, I want to be famous. And I'm getting all these views. Even though I don't really feel that he's racist, I'm going to say he racist. Y'all motherfuckers is fucking hoes. It's hoes. It's hoes. Hoes in different area codes is all you are. I guarantee you a lot of the, and I'm sorry to the Lions Den boxing community. I understand, and I told you before, and it's not on no fucking dick eating shit. I really do genuinely like. I don't watch his videos like that. I'll check in probably like once a month. I'll check in like once a month. But I like 78 Sports TV because he stay in his fucking lane. You don't see him out here motherfucking doing his videos and then he go to events and then be smiling in these same people's faces. That's raw right there. It's like, you know, he's staying in his lane. Also, I'm asking the bigger channels, obviously, the bigger channels like Boxing Ego to step his fucking shit up. I guarantee you, go look at Boxing Scene the next 2 days, right? Or any 2 days after, whenever you watch this video, then go look at his channel and tell me where he's getting his fucking content. Canelo video today, Charlo video tomorrow, Canelo Charlo, Joshua motherfucking Wilder, Joshua this, Eddie Hearn that. Oh, wait, oh my God. A fighter, Anthony Yidget, the World Boxing Super Series, a big tournament. A guy gets his eye hurt. Oh, I'm going to cover that. Who the fuck are these guys? I'm Boxing Ego. But respect to him because he consistent as fuck. It's just that's like tabloid news to me. I don't respect that shit. So hell, listen. To me, for me, As long as when fight night comes, my subscribers show up plus more, because I'm going to go ahead and be cocky. And there's a thin line between being cocky and confident. This is cocky. My post-fight videos, especially if I'm not at an event, are either number 1, number 2, or number 3. And truth be told, that's kind of being generous. After every single major fight live. Go check. And I'm talking about post-fight commentary. Not the people who will Fight Hub had a motherfucking interview. They got more views with. Fuck you. I just expect more because, see, like I said earlier, listen. Boxing media is changing. Social media is the key to selling fights. The writers, you know, kids ain't reading no more. We are, yes, and writing will always be respected, and they are the most respected by the promoters and the people and the networks and the people who are getting the content out there. But really, it's social media that's selling the fights. I think that if you stream fights and you're going to be coming on social media talking about how much the fighter should be making and this fighter's ducking, then you a fucking scumbag. How can you not support the Zone for $10 a month? Right? Because what? Eddie Hearn is his fighters are on there. It's not his platform. What about the fighters? Yet you come over here making money off the sport, asking for fucking super chats and shit and motherfucking Patreon, but yet you don't support the sport? What the fuck is wrong with y'all? Y'all some weirdos. But see, here's the thing. A lot of YouTubers, especially non-black YouTubers, they can't say this shit. But guess what? I can say you niggas are on some weirdo shit. I can say it. Y'all some fucking leeches. And you know what I'm going to do after this video? I'm going to act like I never even did this video by pumping out 10 videos today. And continue with my week pumping out videos on Josh Taylor versus Ryan Martin. I still got to do my Wilder versus Fury All Access preview. And yes, I give legitimate previews. I don't do no clickbait. None of my videos are clickbait. If you understand the point of with punctuation and shit, quotes. I don't fucking clickbait. However, I do have my tactics. I just, you know, like, I'm ashamed sometimes to be like YouTube media. And it really, really pisses me off when somebody say, oh, they see me, black guy with a hat. Oh, just another LDBC guy. They just write me off right before, you know, just write me off. I have a right to be pissed. It's like, you know, when it's something that you're really, really passionate about. And then you got people doing the same shit, but yet they like, you know, taking shortcuts. The shit is horrible, man. Shit is horrible. But I got shit to do. I just felt like I closed that up. You know, I don't have no real personal issue with no member of the LDBC or no member of whoever the fuck be doing videos. It's not like, you know, I'd be like, oh, that motherfucker, I can't stand him. No, not like they do me. You'd be surprised how many. You know how many times I've had people or other channels or other organizations and people on social media, even my personal life, always think they're going to try to take me down a notch. From women, from other they always think I'm going to try to take this guy down a notch. They never succeed. You know why? Because I be minding my fucking business, doing my videos. Oh, I do gotta go. But I gotta go. I got a lot of stuff to do. November is going to be a month of like build up for fights. And of course, you know, the biggest fight of the month is Bellew versus Usyk versus Bellew. And the World Boxing Super Series, of course. And I'm missing some. But December is probably the biggest boxing month in broadcasting like history and network history with a lot of cards overlapping. So this is what November is going to be for me, even though right now it's just October the 30th. I'm TstreeT Controversy. This is TstreeT Controversy Live. Please subscribe.